Jeez, good evening, everyone. We got an intruder here on the stream. Trying to set up, and look who's here. Look who's here. Ah! Don't claw me, you nut. I'm trying to pick you up. It's the Jasper Kitty. It's the Jasper Kitty. He wants to be on stream today. He's dying to be on stream. He already jumps up on the chair like a knucklehead. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the pre-stream. Let's get started. I actually have some important stuff to talk about on today's pre-stream because today, ladies and gentlemen, is Sunday, November 7th, 2021. We're a week into November, but this is a very special day and a very special beginning. Why? Because as of today, all right, it is official. New content every day, new game releases literally all month long. We have finished up all of the old ongoing lingering playthroughs that were the major playthroughs for October and or, for a while ongoing. I mean, it was a crazy month there with games like Alan Wake and Far Cry 6. And we had horror games like Visage and House of Ashes. And yes, a lot of these took a while to get through, but we're done. As of last night, officially, we finished up all the lingering playthroughs. In fact, the only one that's really still going right now is Lost Judgment. But we knew that one would be going on for a very, very long time. And will probably be another month before we see the end of that one, right? So, that's very exciting, right? It's very exciting to know every day now, moving forward, there will be new content on my streams, new games you guys have requested to see. No more lingering stuff, all right? And I do absolutely want to say to you, thank you for those of you who were here over the month of October and early November to chill with me, regardless of the fact that we were not playing the hottest high-profile new releases, because quite frankly, there were none. Let's be very honest here. October was a very slow month for 2021. It was undoubtedly one of the slowest broke-tobers I've ever experienced in my 13 years of content creation. Typically, you get non-stop AAA release after non-stop AAA release, and there were none. It was like re-release, sequel to a franchise where every game's almost exactly the same and gets no hype. And it was just like that all month, and it wasn't really any hype around anything I did, okay? But you guys still attended the streams. You guys still supported the streams. You chilled with me no matter what I played. And let's be honest, as a result of that, we had some really awesome and unique playthroughs. I feel like this last week, Visage and House of Ashes, really great. Visage, one of my favorite horror games of all time now that I've beaten it. And House of Ashes, when I did the second run, oh my god. The second run was so much better than the first. Like, literally so much better content, new scenes, epic action. It really felt like you were, like, a combination of, like, Aliens and, like, I don't know, like a slasher horror movie. It was just so fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that. But now we're on to a new month. Even though it's technically we're starting the second week of the month. I know it took a while. And all new stuff every day. Now, here's the thing. We're going to go through the schedule shortly. But there's something I need to talk about up front that's very important about this coming month. Okay? Whether you're watching this live on stream or on YouTube, this will affect you. So I hope you will listen up, because some people are live right now. We've got about 160 people live and growing. Today, by the way, it's the end of daylight saving time here in Washington State and the United States, which means our clocks changed. My stream today started an hour later, and some people were here an hour earlier wondering where the stream was. I don't know if they stuck around or not. We'll have to see. How many people can we actually get on the stream here today? Because it's screwed up for a day or two. Watch, it's going to be staggering, and people are going to be confused about when the stream starts. Hopefully people will come by and check out the content, because it's a brand new game today. Okay? But anyway, whether you're watching on stream or on YouTube on demand, this is going to affect you, so please listen up, okay? Because I know I have an audience on both. In the month of November, many of the games that I will be playing, arguably almost all of the games that I will be playing in the month of November, have licensed soundtracks. What do I mean by that? I mean that usually when you buy a video game, there's a soundtrack that's made specifically for that game, whether it's a composer or an orchestra or someone who just remixes music or whatever, who makes music for that game specifically. And therefore, when you play that game on a stream, in an on-demand video for YouTube, typically there's no issues at all with copyright claims because it's made for that game. No one's going to claim that music. It was made specifically for that game, okay? However, when you have licensed soundtracks, okay? something a little different happens. First of all, if you don't know what that means, it means that these are actual songs that are outside of a song made specifically for that video game. Whether it's, music of a certain time period and they're using it because that game's supposed to take place during that time period, or they just feel like licensing these actual pop song tracks in the game adds to the experience, okay? Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it has become a hot issue of contention whether a streamer or content creator should leave licensed music in their gameplay footage or not. If you do, well, that's great. It's basically the raw edition of what you would get if you were playing the game yourself. You're likely getting the full gameplay and experience that you would get, and that was intended by the game's directors. If that music's in there, it's in there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's not in there only because they throw it in willy-nilly, especially a game where a song plays at a certain time for a reason. There's some games where it's just a radio, and you click through the radio, and you just listen to it at your own leisure. And to say that, okay, I'm not listening to the licensed music in that game, not a big deal. At the same time, some people will argue, but it's really a quintessential part of that game. There's different schools of thought. But in particular, if you're playing a game and an actual licensed track plays during a certain action segment or a certain dramatic segment, it's probably for a good reason, whether comedic effect, dramatic effect, whatever it may be. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example here, okay? I remember back in the day, like a decade ago, I was playing Saints Row 3. And during the big climactic finale of Saints Row 3, it starts playing Holding Out for a Hero. It's a song from the 1980s. That's a pop song that was very popular. And because it plays, it's like epic. It fits perfectly with this segment of you're trying to rush, you're trying to fight a bunch of enemies, rush to survive someone who's in trouble. And I remember you're climbing a tower, you're doing all this crazy stuff. It was really, really fun, that segment, because of the song actually added to the segment. Okay? If I was playing that with no music, it wouldn't nearly have as much effect as it did, okay? So that's just an example. But the point I'm making here is thus. When, as a content creator myself, I have to think about these situations, and I have to make an educated decision on what's the best course of action for my content, but also my business, all right? And let me explain what I mean by that, because it really is a divide. If you're talking the best experience for the content, well, 10 times out of 10, it will be better to leave the licensed music in. 10 times out of 10, if you want to get the best experience, the true experience of a game you're playing, you want the music in it. You don't want to have a segment where everything's quiet. You don't want to have a segment where it's playing crappy, generic, background music instead of an epic track that fits in and gets the blood pumping, right? And I think everyone would agree on my streams and the on-demand videos coming up this month, you'd probably prefer if I left the licensed tracks in every single game playthrough that I do. Right? And I'll give you another example. When I first played the Grand Theft Auto trilogy of games way back when, I think it was like 2012, something like that. It was 2012 or 2013. I always forget the exact year. I played them on PlayStation 2, which is the original console they were on, and I left all the music on. Back then, no music got claimed on YouTube. It was like free reign to do whatever you wanted, and no one got in trouble for music on YouTube back then. So when I did those playthroughs, I left the soundtracks on. I remember specific times, right? When I was driving around, I'd be singing the lyrics to a song that I knew, and it was an epic moment. Or you're in the middle of a mission, you keep failing, and then the song says something hilarious, like a lyric that's timely for what's going on in the game. You're like, oh my God, and I would rage at it and stuff like that. Like, I remember that. Years later, I replayed the Grand Theft Auto trilogy when they made the new versions, the HD versions for like Xbox 360, PS3, or whatever. So I replayed them, and during those playthroughs, I specifically left the music off. Why did I do that? I'll tell you why. Because in the original playthroughs, all right, the original playthroughs that I did on YouTube, those playthroughs eventually ended up getting claimed and or content ID matched and or copyright claimed and muted. It's a different situation in every case. Let me explain the things that can happen. Number one, a video could be left alone, which is great. That means I can put ads on it and I'm good. But if there's licensed music in it, chances are it's going to get something that's going to happen to it. It could be content ID matched. If a video is content ID matched, it means that someone found content in your video that they believe is their content, and they own it, the rights to it, and they want a cut of your revenue. So if I put an ad on a video that gets content ID matched, I get some of the ad revenue, but they also get some of the ad revenue. It gets shared, okay? Now, there's some situations where companies claim all of your ad revenue. Does that make any sense? No, in no situation whatsoever does it make sense that because there's a song in a video I made that someone claims all of the ad revenue on that video. I would argue maybe you have rights to some of the ad revenue, but certainly not all of it. But YouTube seems to just do whatever it wants, and sometimes it'll do a partial share, and sometimes it'll be, oh, you just lose all ad revenue just because we said so. Now, there's the ability to dispute these claims. If you dispute a content ID claim, and you say, oh, it's fair use, and I should be able to have this and keep all the ad revenue. What you do is you put in information like, oh, this is a let's play, I feel I have fair use, blah, blah, blah. It goes into what's called escrow, which means the money for the ad revenue sits over here in an account, and it just sits there for months on end. It's supposed to be 30 days. Half the time it's not. And I honestly don't know whatever happens when I dispute those. Want to know why? It sits there on hold for so long. By the time that the claim is disputed or whatever, or cleared up, it's already months behind. Like, I don't see what happens. I don't get a notice, nothing. Sometimes I'm assuming maybe I do get all the revenue for that video, and I'm assuming sometimes I don't. But the truth be told, it's really not that important. I would say maybe for the first few parts of a video game playthrough, okay, those are the ones that get the most views. So you want to get all the revenue on the first 5 parts of a video game playthrough. But when you're talking about part 27, it doesn't really matter if one video I don't get ad revenue or not. You know what I'm saying? But for me, the two situations that really suck are as follows. Either a video gets fully content ID claimed / copyright claimed and the video gets muted or blocked. This is actually a major problem with my original Grand Theft Auto playthroughs from 9 years ago. The majority of people who try to watch those all tell me there's a few videos or more that they can't watch. Somehow they got completely claimed or blocked, and now they're not even watchable anymore on YouTube. So you can't even watch the entirety of the original Grand Theft Auto playthroughs anymore because that happened. And that sucks. That obviously really, really sucks. Now, I get the feeling that happened because back in the day, there was no rules for music. And then all of a sudden, in late 2013, YouTube flipped the switch. And then they enforced rules on all music, and everything got claimed and blocked, and everything got fucked up. Since then, it's been, 8 years. YouTube refined their policies when it comes to music use. Usually, videos don't get blocked for music use. Almost never. If anything, it'll get claimed, okay? So, I'm confident. I'm feeling confident that if I do these playthroughs in November and I leave the licensed music on, you should be able to watch the playthroughs on YouTube. I don't feel like, oh, these videos will get completely blocked or muted and you won't be able to watch them. I think that they will remain watchable and visible and listenable, but likely they'll get content ID claimed if they have music in them, okay? The other situation is a full-out copyright strike, okay? I have not received a full-out copyright strike for music in a video in, I'm not even kidding, 10 years. It's been ridiculous. It never happens. Usually YouTube knows better than to try to claim you outright with a copyright strike for music. And that's a good thing. That would be really dumb if they try to hit you with a real strike for music. That would be just dumb as shit. Because none of these studios want to own your fucking video and take your video down because it has their song. They want to make money off of you. So it would make no sense to outright, take it down. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, the point I'm making is thus. Starting today, with the games I'm playing, Guardians of the Galaxy has licensed music in it. Forza Horizon 5, which I'm starting in 2 days, has licensed music in it. The Grand Theft Auto Definitive Trilogy has licensed music in it. I think you see the point I'm making. Every major game I'm playing for the next several weeks and most of this month has licensed music in it. Okay? Now, why am I bringing this up? Because many of you may be wondering what I'm going to do. What's the course of action I'm going to take when it comes to these playthroughs? Because sometimes in the past, I've left the music on, and sometimes recently, I've turned the music off. All right? Here's my line of thought, okay? My line of thought is thus. I want to keep the music on. I feel like the creative direction of these games had the music in them for a reason. These people didn't spend money to license the music just willy-nilly. They felt having these licensed tracks in their games artistically added to the creative vision of what they wanted to do in the game. Right? You don't just throw money at a song for no reason. But I'm going to need some buy-in from you guys, the viewers, All right, whether you're watching on stream or on demand on YouTube, I need your help with this, okay? And I need to very closely monitor the channel this month to see what happens. And based on what happens, I will have to give you updates and let you know how I'm going to be moving forward, okay? Now, some games have a streamer mode. If you don't know what that means, it means that there's a mode in options that supposedly, and I say supposedly because some games have this mode and it doesn't work right, supposedly it disables all of the licensed tracks in the game. In some cases, some of these games have replacement tracks that they throw in to still have music in the game, but it's not necessarily the music that was intended by the director. It's like filler music so that it's not dead air. I've found in games that have this, it's not great. In fact, when I played Guardians of the Galaxy back in the day as a Telltale game, remember when Telltale was a thing and they had their choose your own adventure games? There was a Guardians of the Galaxy game that I did the non-licensed music, and man, it was out of place. Really, like the music, it was playing the same tracks over and over, or there was dead silence. It didn't work very well. Recently, I played Life is Strange True Colors, okay? And same kind of a deal where you say, oh, I don't want to have that licensed music in it. Half the time there's dead air, and sometimes it played the music anyway. That's so, whoa, here's a streamer-friendly version, plays the music anyway. And then on top of that, okay, when I played Forza Horizon 4 3 years ago, it had a mode that was supposed to be streamer-friendly. All the music on that got claimed too. Somehow they idiotically loaded the tracks from the streamer-friendly mode onto YouTube and they got claimed. So why have a streamer-friendly mode if you're going to load the tracks from the streamer mode onto YouTube to get claimed anyway, and then that gets claimed on top of all the other music? You see? Even using the supposedly streamer-friendly modes, it doesn't always work at all. Okay? So my attitude going into November right now is that I want to use all the licensed music. I feel playing Guardians of the Galaxy today with the licensed music on will add to the game. I feel Forza Horizon 5, listening to some of the tracks and stuff while we're driving around in the game will add to the game. I feel with the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Trilogy, having the music on the radio play because it's part of the time periods that you're supposed to be reliving in those games adds to the game. Okay? I 100% feel that. All right? Now, it's funny because Super Beanie Man Gaming just said something interesting. He says, do you feel having the music being on in Alan Wake was worth it in the end? Support didn't seem that great at times on that. Is it worthwhile doing it again with Guardians? Legit question. No trolling. I know you're not trolling. So Alan Wake, I played it last month, right? Alan Wake Remastered had all kinds of licensed tracks in it from a real band that made the soundtrack for that game, but also that music was sold independently, and therefore a lot of those tracks got claimed. At the beginning of the playthrough, I said to everyone, please support the playthrough. I need help because most of these videos will be claimed. All right. The good news is not all of them got claimed, but literally every video there that had one of those licensed tracks, absolutely they got claimed. Okay. Yeah. But, you know, what ended up happening with that playthrough? Overall, it wasn't bad. All right. Overall, it wasn't bad. Yeah, there were days when I would upload videos and literally every video got claimed and I knew I made no ad revenue on it. If I look at the month of October compared to the month of September, I made less ad revenue in October than I did in September, which is weird because the views were up. Yeah, the views were up in October compared to September. You would think I should have made more ad revenue. I made less. This is why, because a lot of the videos got claimed and I made no money on them, okay? But what I would say is as long as you guys continue to support the streams and the videos via things like Patreon pledges, tips, etc. Memberships, which is huge this month. Now is the time, guys. If you've been holding out to become a member, today would be the day to become a member because now you're going to get all these benefits. All these new playthroughs coming up, you're going to get tons of benefits, okay? So, yeah, that's what I would say is now is the time. If you want this licensed music, please support the channel in whatever way you can. And I need this not only from those on stream, which, by the way, people on stream usually always support the channel, right? We got memberships coming in. We got super chats. We got super stickers. We got tips. Every day, the streams, the crowdfunding is outstanding, and I'm really appreciative of that. But now I really do have to reach out to those of you, the hundreds, if not thousands of you, that watch these videos on demand on YouTube, all right? I'm going to need your help in November. Typically, November is a month where I get really high ad revenue on YouTube because now is the month when all the advertisers are advertising their products for Christmas. But if I'm leaving all the licensed music in the playthroughs that I'm doing here on YouTube, that means all that ad revenue is out the window. All these videos are going to get claimed, and all of that revenue is gone. And this is a month where typically I rely on that to increase. Seriously. So, please consider, if you're watching this pre-stream on demand, or if you're enjoying one of these awesome playthroughs this month on demand, please take a look at the video description. Whether, again, patron pledge, send a tip. You don't have to send a tip when the stream is live. You can send it in between the streams. It still counts. Or maybe become a channel member if you're not. All these things are beneficial. Now, there's going to be a new thing added called Super Thanks. It's not added yet. For some reason, I guess it's in beta, and only certain channels have it. What Super Thanks are, listen to this. When you're watching a video on demand on YouTube, okay, and let's say, for example, you're watching Guardians of the Galaxy today, and you really like a moment. Oh, that was an epic fight. I like how Phil pulled that off. You could leave a actual Super Thanks, which is basically a donation or a contribution, much like a super chat or a super sticker during a live stream, on the video. It leaves a highlighted comment on the video, and I guess, to my knowledge, I don't exactly know how it works. For people watching, it should show up on the screen. I don't know how that works. I don't. I haven't, and it's not enabled yet. So there's no way to actually tell how that would work. But how cool would that be that people who are live would get to contribute and get on the stream, but then people who are on demand on YouTube also get that feature, even if they're not on the live stream, right? That would be something completely different that's never even really been seen before, and I'm curious to see how that would work. And that's another method that people will be able to contribute once it's enabled, but it's not yet, okay? Another thing I should call out, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, you can leave comments on my videos. I'm just going to say this because I don't think a lot of people pay attention when I announced it last month. Comments are on. People for 3 years have been so upset that comments were off on my videos. Comments are on. Right now, you can comment on all of my videos. Today, Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1 should be a video where people are, oh, wow, it's a brand new playthrough. Let's comment on it or whatever, right? We got to get that mentality back because for 3 years, it's been gone. And it sucks because I really had to do that for a while until YouTube instituted a way to control trolling, okay? And I'm sorry for that. I didn't want to have to do it. It literally, my viewers asked me for it. They said the trolling got so bad on my video comments. Longtime supporters and viewers said, just turn off the comments. Enough is enough. We're tired of going on there and seeing the most toxic, disgusting shit about you and your family and everything. Just turn them off. So I did. And the rest is history. But now I turned them back on because now there's protections in place against the nonsense. Those nasty comments won't show up anymore, okay? So, that's awesome. Please comment on the videos. Open discussion is open again. And now, especially this month with all the new playthroughs, this week in particular, Guardians, Forza, GTA. Let's get that social aspect back on DSPGaming that's been long lost because the trolling fucked it all up, but now YouTube fixed it. Let's get that feeling back on DSPGaming, okay? If you like a video, like the video. Click like. Yes, I know I don't talk about this that much. I know I don't. Because usually I'm a live streamer. I don't care about that aspect of stuff. But now I'm fully on YouTube as a streamer and a content creator for on-demand videos. And I'm trying to build the channel up again. So if you like an on-demand video you're watching on YouTube, click the like button. It helps. It does. It will help if you click the like button. It's part of engagement. It means that people are watching and engaging in a video. So the comments, all that helps the statistics of a video, okay? It's been a very long time since I talked about any of this. I know, because this has not been anything that's been very important until about right now. Now would be the time when now is the super important. It's the fall gaming season. New games are coming out. People want to watch playthroughs of them. This is the time now to support the channel in these other ways, okay? So please, if you can, do these things. Whether it's you're watching an on-demand video, oh man, licensed music. I know Phil's not making any ad revenue on this one. Well, let me like the video. Let me leave a nice comment. Let me look at the description of the video and contribute if I can. That's what I'm asking for in the month of November. And if people who are watching my videos on YouTube buy into this, this could be a very great month. This could be a rallying. This could be the return of the epic feeling of the new game releases and everything. The hardcore gaming season, because October didn't feel like that at all. It really didn't. To me, October felt like a dud. There's just not much going on, and it was all about me having fun with people on stream, but it didn't have that vibe of, oh my god, it's the best gaming time of the year because of all the new releases. This month has that potential, I feel, but I need the buy-in from you guys. I do. I need the buy-in from you guys, because if I don't get it, let's say I wait, a week into this month, this whole next week, right? All of a sudden I notice engagement's down, right? I'm making no ad revenue on the videos or whatever. Then I might have to make a decision to change my whole philosophy and say, well, I guess the licensed music's off because I gotta go back to having that ad revenue. Again, this time of year, November, December, is the biggest time of year for ad revenue on YouTube. This is usually money in my pocket that I can count on at the end of the year for important stuff. If I'm telling you guys I'm going to leave the licensed music on, I am telling you I am foregoing the ad revenue, okay? So that basically you guys can get a better experience in the playthroughs. But I need your support then. On the streams for these games, I need you to support them. On demand, if you're watching on YouTube, I need you to support. I need it. If I don't get it, I can't keep doing it. You understand? So I'm going to wait about a week. We'll test the waters today with Guardians. We'll test the waters with Forza and with the premiere of GTA. We'll see how things go for this first week. If things are going good, then there's no reason to change anything. We'll keep it going. But if I look after a week, I'm like, oh my God, I'm making no money on anything on YouTube at all. There's nobody, there hasn't been an uptick of support to make up for it, then I might have to turn all the music off. I don't want to. I'm telling you, as a content creator, I don't want to do that. But I got to do what's best, not only for the content, but for the business as well. I got to pay my bills. So that's the deal. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Okay. So now that being said, let's talk about the week, because man, what an exciting week we have moving forward. Today is Sunday the 7th. All right. And Sunday the 7th, the premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy, a game that originally did not look good. From all the previews and things that we saw, the game did not look good, which is why I skipped it this last week. But then all of a sudden, people start playing it and reviewing it and saying, my God, this game is really good. Shocking. No one expected that. So people all this week said, will you play it? I said, I'd like to, but right now I'm strapped for cash. Like, what do I do? And someone actually donated some PlayStation credits so that I could get the game. So that is why I'm actually starting the playthrough today. And thank you so much again to the person who did donate. I really, really appreciate that, okay? I should mention this as well. If you guys want to help with the cost of all these games moving forward this month, in particular, what I would need is Xbox Live credits or Nintendo Online credits. Reason being, I'm playing Guardians on PS5, but outside of that, the other games I'm playing this month, well, the GTA Trilogy I'm going to play on Xbox, okay? Battlefield 2042 I want to play on Xbox because I actually get surround sound on my Xbox Series X, and it makes sense to have that in a first-person shooter, right? The other games this month I'm interested in are Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which is on the Switch, or Metroid Dread, which is also on the Switch. So that's really where I need help. If you guys wanted to donate any credits for those networks to help out for the cost of the games, you could always email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com and include the codes for the credits, and that was how I could get those games, okay? Just throwing that out there. All right. So today, the premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy. I hope it's as good as people have said. Seriously, like, I don't know. It could be great. It could be terrible. I don't know. It's weird to me that the game looked absolutely god-awful in every preview they showed, and then people started playing it and said the game was great. So I guess we'll judge for ourselves starting today, okay? Later tonight, the late stream at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Lost Judgment continuing on. Last time around, we did a hell of a lot of side content. We'll see what we do tonight. Might be a lot more side content. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But more chill fun later tonight. Tomorrow, another major stream of Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're going to get 2 streams back-to-back of Guardians. Monday night, we're going to do something completely different. YouTubers Life 2. The silly sim game that combines simulated, like, almost like city life gameplay of, say, like Animal Crossing, but combines that with the idea that you're a content creator going around town doing vlogs and making game playthroughs and stuff like that. I've only played the game once. It was intriguing when I played it for the 3 hours that I did. I actually enjoyed myself and was looking forward to more, and then I just got wrapped up with all this new stuff and never got a chance to go back to it. So we're going to be playing that as a one-off stream on Monday night and see how it turns out. I hope it ends up being silly fun. This is not something we have to play all the time, but I figure every once in a while to throw it in there for variety is kind of interesting. So we're going to do a silly stream of that on Monday night, okay? Then on Tuesday, excuse me, on Tuesday, it's the premiere of Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox Series X. I'm very excited for this. Everyone who paid for early access is saying the game is absolutely outstanding. It's actually, as of today, still the highest rated game of 2021. A driving style racing game is the highest rated game of 2021. How often does that happen? Never. So I'm very, very excited to get my hands on this coming Tuesday. Tuesday night will be more Lost Judgment. I'm off from streaming on Wednesday. When I come back on Thursday, it's the premiere of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Definitive Edition. Now, you may be saying to yourself, wait a minute, what? San Andreas, I thought you were talking for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. You were saying you were going to play GTA 3 as the first game in the Definitive Trilogy. What changed? Why did you change your order here? Well, here's why. Two major reasons why I'm changing it. First of all, if you're not aware, there's been absolutely no actual raw gameplay and no news in regards to the soundtracks of this Definitive Trilogy at all from Rockstar. Zero. All we had is like one trailer. That's it. The freaking collection comes out Thursday. So why do we not have any information about what's really happening in this collection? What's going on? Could it be that maybe the collection isn't as good as everyone's hoping, and it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it makes me skeptical and a little worried that they're not doing a stream of it. No one has this and no one's talking about it. That is so weird to me. Okay? Makes me feel like maybe it's not going to be what we're expecting. All right? So in addition to that, the other reason I'm not playing GTA 3 first is because San Andreas is free on Game Pass starting on Thursday. Anyone who has Xbox Game Pass, you get San Andreas Definitive Edition on a Microsoft console. Okay? The other games are not. And if you're not aware, okay, you ready for this? You cannot buy the game separately. It's not possible. I found this out yesterday when I actually went to buy a game and it wasn't there. I said, what? You can't buy them separately. You can only buy the games in a trilogy collection for $60, meaning they're essentially $20 each, which is a fine price tag if you want to play all three of them. But what if you only wanted to play one? You can't. The only way you can get it individually is to have Game Pass and get San Andreas. You can't actually buy the games separately. They're only available in a bundle on Xbox consoles. Now, the weird thing about this is the games are separate downloads. The games are actual individual apps that are separate from each other, but Rockstar will not sell them separately. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. That sounds to me like, oh, you know, we really want to make $60 on this collection, no matter what, even if you don't want one of the games. What if, like, for example, what if San Andreas is great, but GTA 3 is actually crappy, right? Because if you look at the file sizes of these games, San Andreas is, like, really large, and then Vice City is about half as big, and then GTA 3 is, like, tiny compared to the sizes of these files. And when you look at it, you're like, wait a minute. Does that mean they put a ridiculous amount of work and effort into San Andreas, and then they put almost no effort into GTA 3? Again, these are things you got to worry about when you see stuff like this. Okay? So for me, I'm looking at this whole situation, and I'm like, do I want to drop $60 on this collection? When, number one, we don't know how good it's going to be, right? And let's be honest, I think a lot of people think that San Andreas is the best game in the original GTA trilogy. Personally, I like Vice City the most, but that's my personal preference. I don't think anyone really thinks that GTA 3 is the best. I think people all agree GTA 3 is kind of the worst, but it's the one that started it all, you see. Personally for me, I feel like GTA 3 is the one that needs the most improvements. GTA 3 is the most outdated. Having to drive all the way across the map to restart missions, having missions that really are just annoying as hell with no checkpoints in them, even though there's multiple stages of the missions. The gunplay is supremely outdated and very annoying in certain situations. That's the game you want. Checkpoints, you want all these gunplay improvements. You want it all in GTA 3 to make it a better, more playable game, right? So that's the one I was most interested in. But since this is the situation now, no, I don't want to drop $60 to buy this trilogy since we don't know if it's going to be any good. Just being honest. On top of that, and I'm going to be very transparent with all of you, as I've told you guys, I just don't have any money right now. All the money that I'm making this weekend is going towards bills. Every dollar that I've made via tips and stuff this weekend, I have two major bills coming up. I have my internet bill that's due on Tuesday, and then either Wednesday, Thursday, my condo dues are going to clear. So all the money that I'm raising now goes towards that. I don't have money to buy games right now. All right? I didn't have any credits on Xbox Live to buy the GTA trilogy. So I'm just going to go with San Andreas, which is free. All right? Just being honest. That's what I'm going to do. Let's try San Andreas starting on Thursday. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's pleasantly surprising. I hope the music's in there. I hope the graphics are good. I hope the gameplay improvements are good. Seriously, I hope everything's good. I hope so. And we'll go from there. Now, if we play San Andreas and we really enjoy it, then I'll buy the other two. I will. I'll buy the trilogy and we'll go play Vice City and we'll play GTA 3. In fact, as I told you guys, Vice City is my favorite one. So that's the one I want to play the most. And absolutely, that would be the one that I would probably play next. I'd probably do it opposite order then. I'd do San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 3. That's the order I would probably go. Okay? Okay? Sound good? I hope that makes sense. And I hope this is acceptable to all of you. Okay? So San Andreas starts on Thursday. Thursday night, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Maybe I'll do a full day of San Andreas just to celebrate these games coming out again. Maybe we'll do a full-on double stream of San Andreas all day long on Thursday. Then probably Friday, I'll probably do San Andreas again and pair that with Street Fighter. Saturday, maybe we'll take a break from San Andreas and do some Guardians and maybe pair that with, say, Lost Judgment. And then Sunday, maybe we'll do Forza. You know, we'll see. We're going to have 3 new releases now to balance over the course of the next few weeks. The next major releases after that are, I believe it's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which comes out on the 19th, okay? In addition to that, at that very same time, there's a beta for King of Fighters 15 where you can play the game and demo like 7 characters. And I want to try that because there hasn't been a King of Fighters game in many years. I love King of Fighters. I grew up playing it in arcades, and I'm curious to see what they've done with this franchise. I'm curious to see if I'm going to buy it next year in February. This might be a determining factor. In addition to all of that, before Battlefield comes out later this month, they're going to offer a $10 10-hour test run of Battlefield 2042 if you have EA Play, which is under Xbox Game Pass. So what that means is you could demo the game for 10 hours of multiplayer and see if you like it before you buy it. That's cool. Because I played the beta, I thought it was good, but I definitely thought it was a little buggy, and I wanted to try the modes outside of the ginormous map of battle mode with 700 players on it. I wanted to see what's it like in like standard deathmatch and stuff, and they didn't have that. So it'd be actually cool to test out the other modes before I buy the game. So not only are we going to be doing Guardians, Forza Horizon 5, the GTA trilogy, continuing on with Lost Judgment, doing some random odds and ends at late nights like YouTubers Life 2, and then Street Fighter. But also later this month, we've got Pokemon. We've got the King of Fighters beta. We got Battlefield. See, we got a great month. This compared to last month, seriously, compared to last month, this month is exceptionally good. Big new releases every day, right? This is good. This is what we wanted, and we didn't get in October. This is usually what we get in October, and we didn't get, okay? So, awesome. I'm super pumped. I hope you guys are super pumped too. This sounds like great stuff to me, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to start just today with Guardians. To start a new game is going to be exciting because we haven't done a high-profile game like this in a long time, okay? Good shit. Speaking of which, this, again, great month for you to become a channel member, everyone. Right now, we're trying to hit 300 members this month, but considering the game selection this month and how outstanding these games are likely going to be, some of the best games of the year, I hope you'll consider becoming a channel member. Becoming a channel member, there's so many benefits to doing so, including highlighting name in chat, not having to abide by slow mode rules so you can talk as much as you want, getting a chat crown to show how long you've been a supporter, having access to all the emotes, getting exclusive benefits for monthly events. For example, Ask the King, my bi-monthly Q&A show, you get priority to get your question answered on the show. Also, if we hit the monthly goal, you get special benefits. This month, if we hit 300 members by the end of November, we got over 3 weeks to do it. 300 members by the end of November. Christmas event will happen. Christmas marathon. I do this every year right before Christmas. I wear holiday attire all day long and sometimes switch attire. I drink. I never drink on stream except the Christmas event. Eggnog, beer, hard liquor, all kinds of stuff. We play a variety of games that you guys nominate and vote on, and if you become a member, you have priority to nominate and vote on a game that will absolutely get into that event. Okay? So there's so many benefits to becoming a member. please consider becoming a member, all right? Another thing, if we hit a tier 2 members goal this month, I'm going to be doing a double special during the holiday event. DSP Tries It, which is holiday themed, and Feasting with the King, where I order a meal and we try cuisine together, just like I just did at the end of October there with Mediterranean cuisine, okay? So very exciting. Please consider becoming a channel member, all right? And what's hilarious is they got people, well, what if we don't hit the goal? Well, then we don't do it. Then we don't do it. So become a member. Holy crap. You understand incentive. You understand the reasoning behind incentive. There you go. Okay. So, shots during the Christmas stream, maybe, Frog, if I get something to take shots of. Like a few years ago, I had a apple cider flavored whiskey. Oh my god, that shit was so good. I kind of want to get it again this year because, dude, I remember it being so fucking good. So maybe we could do like a shots of whiskey. We'll see. But anyway, please consider becoming a member. Now is the time. Now is the time to rally during these new game playthroughs and premieres and become a member of the channel. Fair enough? Okay. Before we get to shoutouts and before we get to gratuitous plugs, the only game news that I really have to talk about today is actually kind of funny. I want to talk about a game no one's talking about. Call of Duty Vanguard. Do you want to know why I want to talk about it? Because no one's talking about it. Call of Duty Vanguard came out on Friday. Did you guys even know that? Right? What happened was, Call of Duty Vanguard released on Friday to one of the quietest, most... I heard nothing on social media about this game. All I actually saw was people talking about Forza Horizon 5 and saying, wow, I see everyone is praising Forza Horizon 5 and posting up screenshots of the fun they're having in the game. I have not seen anyone talk about Vanguard. No one. All right? The only people, again, who apparently are talking about or covering Vanguard are people who are content creators who absolutely rely on that game. Meaning, Battle Royale players, right? The people who fucking all year long, they need Call of Duty to come out because that's their bread and butter. Because they have I hate to say it. There's some people who are variety streamers like me. There's some people who have an audience just because they have an audience because they're charismatic or whatever. But then there's people who are kind of like they're specialists in a certain kind of game. If you want to call them a one-trick pony, I guess you could say that, although I kind of feel like that's derogatory. But the point I'm making is there's some people out there who rely on one type of game, and if they don't have that type of game, they have nothing to do. They don't really do anything else, and they're not known for anything else, okay? And there's a lot of people like that. A lot of people in these competitive communities, these clans, all right, need those games in order to stay relevant. Well, they're the only ones literally talking about Vanguard. Like, no one in the actual mainstream gaming audience is talking about Vanguard except people who are in those communities, which is rare. Because usually, Call of Duty is the big one. Call of Duty is the game that typically when it releases, all other games stay the fuck away from it. You'll see a 2-week gap before and after the release of Call of Duty because games don't want to be negatively affected by its release. They feel that if they release their game too close to Call of Duty, it'll get lost in the shuffle because everyone's just talking about Call of Duty. This year, no one gave 2 fucks about Call of Duty. No one. We had Guardians of the Galaxy earlier in the week. We had Forza Horizon on the day of Call of Duty. Coming up, we got a full release of Forza Horizon on Tuesday, and then Grand Theft Auto later in the week. Like, no one cared. Really. It's just funny to me because, again, as I said all year, I felt Vanguard was going to be the game from Activision that did not get that yearly annual mainstream support like Call of Duty usually does. Usually by now, you'll be seeing trick shot montages, crazy videos about things people pulled off in fucking Warzone and shit. There's none of that mainstream. Sure, in the little community, they're talking about it. But outside of that, you see none of it. It didn't even trend. I'm serious. Vanguard didn't even trend on social media over the weekend. Wow. So, holy shit. And I told you guys, I felt that this year would be the year to skip Call of Duty. And I've been covering Call of Duty annually for 13 years. And this year, I said, after playing that beta, I thought it was terrible. And I was like, you know, I'm skipping it. I don't see a reason to spend $1 on this game. And some people were actually upset about that and said, well, what if we donate it to you? And what if we do this and that? But I stuck to my guns and I was like, nah, I just don't think I just don't think that I want to play it. And I skipped it, and I think I made the right choice. Seriously. If no one's talking about it, I don't think I missed out on anything, man. So I just find that funny, because all year we were wondering, gee, would Battlefield actually take precedence over Call of Duty, or would Halo? And the answer is no. Fucking Forza did. Forza Horizon 5 actually destroyed Call of Duty Vanguard. All anyone's talking about this weekend is Forza, which I'm happy about. I love Forza. I can't wait to play it on Tuesday. I'm happy to hear that this game is outstanding and one of, if not the best driving game on modern consoles. I'm very pleased about that. But who the fuck would have thought Forza would have stomped fucking Call of Duty into paste? I never would have thought that. Okay. Awesome. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like the content that I put out, if you support the fact that I'm an independent content creator and I don't take sponsorships, partnerships, I don't shill for anyone. Instead, when I stream and I make videos for you, I'm 100% transparent and honest with my opinions on the games I'm playing, because I don't have to worry about what I say. I don't have to pull punches. I don't have to worry about, oh no, I said something the wrong way and I lose a sponsor today and now I can't make a living. Because I don't have that, all right, my content is different than a lot of other people's out there on the internet who make a living doing this. If you like that, and you want to support it, please crowdfund the streams and the on-demand videos, all right? There's many ways you can do so. I'm appreciative of any contributions that come in, which is why I give a shout out for every single one. But let's outline what you can do. Memberships. We already talked about that. It's important. It's great long-term support for the channel. And this month we got a special goal for Christmas. Please, if you're not a member, join. Super Chats and Super Stickers. These are ways that you can contribute to the stream via actually during the live stream and get your message highlighted in the chat. It's a great way to get instant recognition for a contribution. They do help out, and I do shout them out in the long term. It helps the channel tremendously. So please consider doing that if you would like. The best way to support the channel is by tipping. In particular, this weekend, heading into this week, with the next few days, I need tremendous help with tips if possible. I need to try to hit the tips goals every single stream if possible, because I have these 2 giant bills I need to pay, okay? Tipping helps out in 2 major ways. I get the funds immediately, and I get more of the funds than other contribution methods, meaning everyone always takes a cut. No matter how you support a content creator on the internet, some middleman takes a cut. But when you tip me, I get more of your contribution than if you contribute in other ways. So please consider tipping me. It's the best way to help right now, and I do need the support in the next few days, so please do if you can. That's why we have reward goals in effect. $50, I put on Gunner glasses. At $100, you get to pick a hat for me to wear. $150, you get to pick a vest for me to wear. Silly, I know. Not super duper important, but it's a cool celebration when we do hit those goals, okay? So please, if you can, please contribute via tipping. That is the absolute best way to support this channel, and please do if you can. All right. I don't really have anything else to talk about but shout outs. Let's do shout outs. Let's do it. We'll start with the YouTube side of stuff. On the YouTube side of stuff, we've got Meow Mix Meow, who became a channel member and actually is a re-upping of their channel membership. Thank you to Meow Mix Meow for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that. Just Saying did a super chat and says, to be honest, I don't feel like we need another World War II Call of Duty. I mean, the thing is, Call of Duty has its roots in World War II. The original Call of Duties were all World War II, right? They were. And they were good. Like, I remember Call of Duty 1 was outstanding. 2 was even better. 2, I mean, if you really want to know my opinions on the Call of Duty franchise, Call of Duty 2, as well as Call of Duty Modern Warfare are my 2 favorites of all time. Call of Duty 2 might be the best World War II era game ever made. I don't think anyone's ever topped it. And Modern Warfare, probably like the best modern era first-person shooter ever made, okay? In my opinion, you could completely disagree, and that's fine, you know? But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to more realistic style shooters, those are the 2 that are always going to stay in my mind. When you look at, like, Vanguard, like, why the fuck are we going back to World War II again? It's kind of like, every few years, what they do is they advance the formula to the point where they feel, oh, we went too far. Now we got to scale it back and start from 0. So, you know what I mean? So we do a bunch of games that kind of suck ass. Like, what was it? Black Ops 3 and fucking Infinite Warfare and all these games where the online gameplay sucked shit. So they say, oh, we got to make Call of Duty World War I or whatever it was, right? To go back to old school gameplay because it didn't feel right or whatever. It wasn't World War I. I forget what it was called. It was like, you know, many years ago. I remember that. Then all of a sudden they reboot it. Okay, so now we're going to do Modern Warfare 7, and we're going to do Black Ops 32, and we're going to do that for 2-3 years. Oh, we ran ourselves into the ground again. Go back to World War II. And it just feels like that's what they do, is every few years they just go back. They go back. They go back. And it's a vicious cycle at this point. It's a vicious cycle where when will you really innovate? When will you really do something fun and different rather than it feels like this 3 years it's the same game, then you go back to World War II, then 3 years it's the same game again, right? There's no innovation. And I feel like this year, if people don't buy Vanguard, they will have to fucking innovate. They will have to actually do something different because they cannot stay the top dogs in first-person shooters doing the same thing every year if they're going to put out crappy games, and it looks like Vanguard's crappy. So we'll see what happens, but to me, we didn't need another World War II. This is their way of hitting the reset button. So people say, oh, it's fresh again. No, it's not. It's the same formula they did 3 fucking times in a row now, but you're just not, these people, again, who are in these communities, these competitive first-person shooter communities, they have tunnel vision. And I used to be just like that with competitive Street Fighter. I had tunnel vision. And I thought no matter what fighting game came out, they were perfect. The shit didn't stink. They were all great, right? That's what I thought. But then when you look from an outsider's perspective at these games, you're like, wait a minute. It's a rehash. It's using the same sprites. It's the same rehash gameplay. Why are they doing this? And then you look at Call of Duty. It's the same shit. Same engine. Same fucking netcode. Oh, we tweaked 2 things. Oh, big fucking deal, right? Saint Walker did a super chat and says, even Dr. Disrespect quit Vanguard. He said it was too boring. He was miserable during the whole stream. Well, there you go. Now, here's the thing. Dr. Disrespect, even though, yes, he's heavily into Call of Duty, he's pretty much a battle... Jasper licked my head. He's pretty much a Battle Royale guy now, right? I think he's a Battle Royale guy. So as long as Vanguard, as long as Warzone is still functioning, I'm pretty sure that he's still going to have an audience. I'm pretty sure that if Vanguard sucks, I don't think Dr. Disrespect's going to be in any trouble. Okay? But the competitive players, like I said, the ones in those clans, they rely on Call of Duty to be good every year to have a living. What if this game sucks so bad no one cares about it? What's going to happen to these fucking clans and shit? Right? I guess we'll see. Everything PlayStation 890 did a super chat and says, will you play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or no? Modern Warfare 2? Oh, you mean next year? I literally get confused because there's already a Modern Warfare 2. But they're so unoriginal over there at Activision that they name their games the same fucking thing. So you mean next year will I play Modern Warfare 2, which is technically like Modern Warfare 8? Maybe. It will honestly depend. It will honestly depend on what I think about the game, much like with Vanguard. I'll take a look at the game over the course of the year. I'll try to play in a beta, right? 890. I'll try to do as much as I can to figure out about the game and see if it's something that I would enjoy and go from there. But I'm not just going to play it on default. Like, I think the whole pattern of me playing Call of Duty every year is over. It has to be a game that appeals to me. Vanguard, once I played that beta, it did not appeal to me at all. I thought it sucked ass, and I have no desire to play Vanguard. So same deal moving forward. If the next Call of Duty looks like shit, I think he likes the YouTube play button. Look. He's discovered my YouTube play button. If it looks like shit, and it plays like shit, then I'm going to leave it in the toilet where it belongs. I'm not going to buy it. Fuck it. We'll see what happens, okay? Okay. Now let's get to YouTube side, or excuse me. Now let's get to tips. I said completely the wrong thing. Let's get to tips. First tip of the day is from Guitar Player 1939. He tipped me $20 and said, hopefully this will give you a good start for the day. Thank you, Guitar Player. Indeed, I'm sure it will. And it helps me out, so thank you. Again, tips are the best way to support the stream for the next few days. I really need the help with tips, guys. If you can, please tip me to help me out with these bills, and thank you in advance. Mega Fuse has tipped me $10. Oh, man, look at this. Everything PlayStation, I have to shorten your name. I'm going to say PS. Sorry about that, but it doesn't fit on my leaderboard. There we go. Now at least the leaderboard fits. Okay. Mega Fuse tipped me $10 and said, if you play GTA with music on, be careful. Haters will try to troll and snitch on you. So here's the thing, though. Again, here's what I like to say, how YouTube has changed for the better. Okay? They really have. YouTube does not entertain bullshit. All right? Especially with channels that have been affected by bullshit in the past. YouTube does not just entertain bullshit. YouTube, these days, actually requires evidence. So, if someone hits you with a false copyright strike, they actually ask for additional evidence. I know for a fact because here's why. People impersonated me on YouTube, and I would get some notices from YouTube saying, you know, we're not sure it's really you. Can you provide additional evidence to say that this is really you? And I just ignore it, and then they would cancel the claim because it wasn't really me. Someone was impersonating me. You see? It used to be awful. It used to be back in the day, YouTube would just fucking false copyright strikes out the ass. But I don't get them anymore. I actually don't get false copyright strikes. If anything, like I said, for music, you'll get a claim. You'll get a claim and someone claims the ad revenue and tries to take it. Now, to get a claim, that business has to officially be loaded into YouTube's database with all of their real information. Not just someone sending a takedown notice willy-nilly. It's actually preloaded information in YouTube that these companies use to identify their music in people's videos and claim the ad revenue. It's a completely different system. Completely different system, okay? So, I'm not too worried about that at all. You know, I've been using copyrighted music, you know, never really had an issue with it. So I'm not, you know, I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. I think we'll be okay. Twitch, on the other hand, Twitch fucking takes everything down no matter what. I'm serious. Like, Twitch will just fucking take down your stream with zero actual justification if it's really real. Last year, Twitch took down one of my streams for a copyright claim claiming I was playing the beta of Destroy All Humans remake. I wasn't playing in the beta. I was playing the real game. They actually took down my stream for the wrong game. That's how fucking lazy they are over there. They don't fucking check anything. They basically suck shit. Okay. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, Megafuse. I wouldn't. Chicken Man tipped me $1.50, says, hell with Vanguard. I took $43 and put it on the Forza 5 season pass and supported a legit game company that knows how to make a great game and offer it on game and still offers it on Game Pass. Yeah. So if I don't understand, even if you get it on Game Pass, if you like it enough, you could still buy this extended content pack that's like $40 or something, and you're going to get all this extra content over the course of the next year. Do that. Even if you're going to get the game on Game Pass, if you like it, do that. Support the company even further. Support good games. That's always a good practice, to support good games. K-Styles1998 has tipped me a whopping $50. Thank you very, very much, K-Styles. That is definitely the biggest contribution of the day so far. And that will jump us all the way up to $81 in tips before we've even booted the game. And I really appreciate that support. So that means Gunner Glasses will be on when we boot the game. We're very close to getting a hat. I mean, we're more than halfway to the vest. This is excellent. Thank you guys so much for the support before I even played the game. Fruits07 just upped his membership for 6 months as a standard supporter and says, YouTube is my TV. I don't watch cable TV that much. Yeah, I don't even have television of any kind. I have a couple on-demand services, you know, to watch stuff. Like we have Hulu and Disney Plus, but we don't have real TV. I think less and less people have real TV these days. Carlos says, I want to thank you for raising awareness on Game Pass. I finished building my high-end PC. I can still enjoy all my favorite games without rebuying anything. Game Pass is outstanding, man. One of the best boons for gamers in history. Seriously. Oh, let's see here. Everything PlayStation did another super chat. Said Battlefield 2042 has an early 10 hours for Game Pass and EA Play Thursday. Will you try? I literally just said that. Everything PlayStation, I just said that. I said, yes, they're doing that. Now, this week, am I doing it? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I don't know what the time frame is to do it. I want to do it. I want to play the 10 hours of gameplay to see if I like the game. But I'm going to be doing GTA. I'm going to be doing Forza, Guardians. Like, I got a lot of new stuff to do this week. I don't want to drop all that now to play Battlefield as well. If anything, what we could maybe do is a late night stream. One of the late night streams over the weekend, maybe a 2-hour multiplayer stream of Battlefield and see what it's like. We'll see. Let's see. As it releases on Thursday, let's see what happens and we'll go from there. Okay? Thank you for the super chat. No, I didn't hear that Battlefield only has 4 assault rifles. Why do I care? Okay. All right. Strange and mysterious things. You obviously don't listen to a word I say. He's like, so you made some tips. Are you going to buy the GTA trilogy now? I literally just said every tip that I raise is going to bills. I have 2 giant bills due, one on Tuesday and one either clearing Wednesday or Thursday. What don't you understand about all the money I'm raising this weekend needs to go to pay those bills? Like, can I say, here, hold on, ready? All the money I'm raising this weekend needs to go to pay those bills. All the money I'm raising this weekend needs to go to pay those bills. All the money I'm making this weekend needs to go to pay those bills. Oh, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. But I mean, how many times can... Oh, shit. How many times can I say the same fucking thing before it sinks into some of these people's heads? I swear to God, some people's heads are hollow. And you say it goes in one ear and out the other and out the nose and out the mouth and out the ass. And they just fucking can't comprehend. Holy fuck. I just explained it. Oh, my God. You gotta be fucking... Someone just said, what bills? What the fuck? I literally just said it. I swear to God, you have an empty fucking head if you just ask me what bills. I literally just said it. Not even 2 minutes ago. I need a break. Yo, I need a break. I seriously need to take a break. I can't stand these people. Some of these people are so stupid. How could you ask me that question? Holy fuck. Holy fuck, yo. Wow. That's like saying, oh, look, I'm eating a ham sandwich. What kind of sandwich are you eating? Holy Testicle Tuesday. All right. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't get over it. Oh, baby. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a break. It's time for a break. Let's take a break. During this break, please take the opportunity to grab a drink or a snack. Use the restroom. Wash your hands. Relax. Take a shower. It's not going to have enough time to take a shower. Take a shower anyway. I don't know. Whatever you need to do. All right? Prepare. Because when I get back in a few minutes, it's the premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy with licensed music. So I will reiterate myself here. If you support me having licensed music in all of my playthroughs this month, please support the streams and support the on-demand videos on YouTube. There is usually a large amount of ad revenue I make in November that likely, between Guardians, Forza, and GTA, that's 3 major games I'm playing this month that I will not likely be making much ad revenue on because of the licensed music that will be claimed. So please help make up for that by crowdfunding the streams and the videos. If at the end of this week I see that's not happening, then I might have to make a change, but I want to keep the licensed music, so please support if you can. Thank you guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. What bills am I paying this week? Okay.